In Financial Field in Philadelphia. It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Open back in two.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 7 of the NFL.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And incomplete to open things up. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Play action. Now Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And the Seahawks and Eagles, you might remember, they met up in the wild card round a season ago. And it's a night Philly fans could probably stand to forget. Carson Wentz exited early after just 4 passes thrown, and Josh McCown at 40 years of age brought in, but the Seahawks, they were... and he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That cut him in trouble. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
The Brown starts with a completion left side, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. These guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Keep coming, man. Keep coming. Keep on coming.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I feel like this drive would have been better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run with Hunt. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nice run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
He's going to look deep down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 15. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, yes, it would feel good for him. Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 19. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. quick throw here. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blow. It's the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Going to give this time to the tailback. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
No more carries. I think we saw how you get him. Sure that he's got the fresh legs, but he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. 20! And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 10-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, Reedy, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. 2nd effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now Wilson.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Wilson on first down. Gets this one to Hill. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Wilson.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Javon Hargrave. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. After the sack on first down, Wilson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And quickly finding Rager.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. They'll drop to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his. Hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson.
Open man is Denzel Mims.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run. This is Hunt. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Now on 2nd and 16. Wilson. That one complete to Hill. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Denzel Mims. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now back to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Three-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So that'll back him up 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. To throw again is Wilson. And Hill with it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be too high. Bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Elliott on for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And he returns this to the 22. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisper.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
It's taken on the 25. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense.
They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Able to connect with Mims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the gun, it's Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out right at the 25. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Throw now on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Donald Parham, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Again, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Eagles on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The Eagles send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score now.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. To throw again on second down. Wilson.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try and throw for it with Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead.
I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So now the Eagles down by a field goal, and time a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. He's back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the ball back in outstanding field position. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Come on, dog!
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they will take a knee here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. And they take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Seahawks, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.